I love us just finishing though, just the four of us, and having no one else on stage. I think it's great.
We all get a chance to say our thank yous there, and you know, we've had. I like the fact we get to thank the supports and soul for you, people who played with us.
Yeah.
I think that was another thing when I was out the show watching it from the crowd, was whether do we do the old pray routine or do we not? I remember you two were saying, well, one of you wanted to, one of you...
I wanted to do the routine, Jay didn't want to.
Well, I always, because Pray's the last song, I was always concerned that the last image that the audience are left with are us guys doing a synchronised dance routine, which is quite boy bandish.
Yeah.
I wanted them to leave, you know, I wanted them to leave with something like Shine, where it's a bit more open and relaxed and current. And this was a bit more arcing back to the past, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but I don't know, it was worth questioning.
Yeah.
You've got to think about future tours. What do we want them to remember? What's the last image? Yeah, the last impression that we want them to have. It's great, I love it.
Beatles, dropping in.
I don't know what I was talking about. There's no wrong with that.
Every single thing we put on stage, it's fair to say we question it, and you should do.
Yeah, it is.
You should question everything you're doing on stage.
And chopping change.
That's our whole policy when doing tours, is that we try and get it as
tight as we can.
Perfect as we can, you know.
And the thing is, people have said to me, my friends and family that have come to watch the show, in and amongst, you know, the lovely compliments you said about it, they've said, and you're all still brilliant dancers, how do you still do it? And it's something we take for granted. You know, you are 39 now, knocking 40, I'm 37, we're all in our late 30s. What are you, Mark? 36? 30. So we're all in our late 30s and we're still dancing. I mean, I think that's an achievement in itself. You know what I mean? A lot of people...
I think
we can't walk for days after though, can we?
Other than the dancing, just the movement to cover the space we cover on that stage as well. It's quite an ordeal, isn't it? If you count the dance numbers up on the show, there's not that many of them. But it's just the positioning and the costume changes. You know, those costume changes. You're sweating by the time you've finished them. No. You've got to do them so quick.
Sometimes you're backstage and you can't get your shoe off, and you're knackered. You just want to go to sleep, not take a shoe off. It's just like, it's too much of an effort to take a shoe. You're like, it won't come off because the laces are too tight. Too old for this.
But there's nothing like doing a show like that and getting to the final bow and going, yeah, we've done it. I love it. I feel like I've given me everything.
I remember that on that first night that we were in Belfast, and I remember us all being backstage, and we'd done our first night in Belfast, and we were sat around and we said, you know, because a lot of the press came to that first night, didn't they? And we were like, oh, it's the first time people were getting to see our show, and we're like, well, we can give nothing more.
Yeah.
We've not held back 1 ounce, we've given everything we can do. If they don't like it...
That's right. And especially at that point of the show, I mean, I think people have to know as well that this show we're watching on DVD is not the first show we did in Belfast. This show has an evolution process which you can only do with an audience. It has to be in front of an audience. That's when you see theatre shows, they have a month's worth of previews, so that they may have 50 shows before the general public see them. You know, it has a journey of its own, these shows do, and even now we're tinkering and changing bits, even though we're only 6 shows from the end.
And going back to the energy as well, when you're actually, when some nights when you haven't got no energy, I mean the crowd can really pick you up and give you that energy as well. And also, like you say, when you've got friends and family there and you know that there's somebody there, and that also picks you up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I love our end bows though, because you do really get a chance to go around and say thanks to
Mark, you say thanks to everybody, mate. You leave us waiting for hours at the front while you thank everybody individually.
You would though if you could, wouldn't you? You'd try and, I enjoy it.
I get to this point and I still can't believe we're back doing it sometimes. I can't believe we've just done a 2-hour show at this level in front of this many people at this point in our lives.
No, yeah.
bit ludicrous.
You know what's on my mind at that point? Am I on my right marker to be online with Howard? At that very last minute.
I'm looking for.
Am I central? Is Howard over there?
I'm always going off you. I'm always going off you. See where you are. Then
Now,
I'm central myself.
I then now think, I can't believe we're still doing this. This is brilliant. But at that one, even that last second, I'm going, am I on my mark?
At this point, I'm now dreading the ice bath.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking, thanks for being a great crowd. I'm dreading the ice bath.
Yeah, no, it's true, isn't it?
It's about to all go downhill.
Yeah. Stay on that stage as long as you can to hold it off.
Lovely.
It's funny how we criticise ourselves as well. You know, only just to make a better show. When we watched this for the first time the other day, and we said, maybe we need to be quicker on that bit there at the end. Maybe we need to get across to the people, say thank you, and go down rather than waiting for people.
But now you're thinking, let's take our time a bit.
Now watch it again.
Let's lap it up a bit more.
What do you reckon?